Hi everybody, welcome to our devotion today. It's Friday, and I hope that this is going to just send you into the weekend with just something to really think about that'll be meaningful for your life. We've been talking about what it means to love God. In Mark chapter 12, Jesus says, one way to love Him, and that is to love Him with all your heart, your soul, your mind, your strength, and love your neighbor as you love yourself. We've called this the 5 loves. We're into the second of these today, where we're talking about love the Lord your God with all of your soul. Now, your soul is the place of conviction. We live out of our souls. Everything that we think and our wills, which we will talk about probably next week, come out of the depth of a conviction. A conviction is far more than just a belief, which is just purely an academic assent to some stuff. But a conviction is the deep stuff out of which we live. I can tell your convictions by the way you have chosen to live your life. What you believe is one thing, that's what you can say, but what you're convicted of, that's how you will live. Now, every conviction has a center. There's a center of your conviction. It's kind of like God has ordained this to be the law of the jungle. In nature, we have cells, and in every cell there is a nucleus, and the nucleus is like the brain of the cell. The nucleus is the pretty much where the energy source comes from, and a nucleus is the center of that cell. Everything else revolves around that center. Now, do you remember a while back when we did the series in Proverbs, we spoke about concentric and eccentric. We spoke about eccentric people. These are people who have many different areas of their life, and every single area has a different center. And so you've got a circle here that covers this circle with a different center there, and it's very eccentric. It leads to confusion. It leads to double-mindedness, where you have more than one center. Now, when you have the conviction of your soul being just Jesus, that gives you one center. That's what it means to have a God-centered life. He is, if you were to paint a picture, He would be on this throne of your life. He makes the calls, He makes the commands, He makes the decision, and it's His will that should be done. When that can be said of your life, that would indicate that you have a God-centered life. Now, every area of your life should have the same center. Your work life should have the same center as your church life. Your church life should have the same center as your sports life, as your hobby life, as your relationship life, as your TV life. Every single aspect of your life has a center. It's centered around something. And when we as believers draw these centers together, with that one center being Jesus Christ, that's what it means to have a Christ-centered life. It's concentric circles, one upon another, upon another, upon another, all with exactly the same center. Now, when we look at a great example of the Apostle Paul, Paul was single-minded. Everything he does, he said, at the end of the day, I've kept the faith, I've run the race, I've done everything. I have kept Christ as the center of my life. Every area of my life has revolved around Him. Now, that's healthy living. That's healthy thinking, because out of what we think, we will now do. Out of what's going on in your mind, it has come from your heart to your mind. Now it leads to your hands, and that's the actions that you take in your everyday life. So when you've got a Christ-centered life, and you've got something that's centered around Him in every area of your life, all of a sudden you begin to see order being restored. There's not so much chaos in your life. Relationships seem to be far easier to run. Your value system seems to be far more solid if you have the same center. So think about that today as you do your stuff, as you go to work. Who's the center of your work life? Who's the center of your home? Who's the center of your friendships, of your hobbies? Who is the center of those? When you have that same center, now you're talking good business, because God can use people whose lives are centered completely and absolutely upon just Him. Now, that may sound like a high ideal. It isn't a high ideal, it really is, but it's a great journey towards this ideal. every day getting closer and closer and closer to the center. God bless you guys. Hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I hope some of the farmers out there get some good rain. You're really praying that you will, and just thank you for being part of our little journey here in our early morning devotions. Have a great day, guys. Bye.
Jesus, be the center, be my source, be my light, Jesus. Jesus, be the center, be my light, be my guide, Jesus. Be the fire in my heart, be the wind in these sails, be the reason that I live, Jesus, Jesus. Oh, Jesus, be my vision, be my path, be my guide, Jesus. Jesus, be the center, be my hope, be my song, Jesus.